Last week I posted a couple of videos of doing some off-roading with my truck. You may noticed in the pictures that I had a few upgrades to the truck. I've since changed my wheels and tires. So the truck now has a 6-inch rough country lift, some 35-inch Mickey Thompson Baja MTZ, the new P3 style tires, and then some Pro Comp wheels. And on these tires now, I've got 2,350 miles on them, and as you can see by the tread, there really is no noticeable wear. The edges of the tire are still nice and sharp on both sides. I just did the first rotation on them, so these were on the rear, and as you can see, there's relatively little, if any, wear. You even have some small little indicator marks in here if I can find them. So you can see right here, there's small little indicators. Here's another one right in the center of the tire that's not even begin to reach at this point. So I noticed very little, if any, wear onto them. I'm going to move on to the ones that are now in the back, but they were in the front. And surprisingly, the ones that were in the front actually have slightly more wear. And this is probably just from braking, where the edges are just ever so slightly rounded on these. But I mean, it's incredibly small. Might not even noticeable in the video. So otherwise, that's about it. Just been doing some playing. Me and my son off-road a bit. Here's his Jeep Grand Cherokee that we've got lifted up with some 31-inch tires on it. And while I'm taking this video, I'm also going to talk a bit about these cheap little Amazon lights that I have up here, which, quite frankly, I put them on for one little off-road excursion a year or so I did up in northern Wisconsin, just to get a little more light on the roads at night. And really what they do good is these are these are flood beams, so they basically just spread the light. And I mainly wanted something that kind of shines out to the side of my truck, so I could basically look for deer, etc., that were ever so present up there. And while we were up there, I had them turned just a little bit out to the side to help with that as well. I've got HIDs in the front, high beams up here, and then LEDs in my fog, so I get plenty of light out front. So back to these brackets that I made. I got this idea off of some other YouTuber I'd found some time ago, and then kind of modified from my own design that worked pretty good for me. So I went to a local hardware store, Menards, Home Depot, things like that will have these. And this is basically just some steel brackets that you can get. It's relatively thin steel, but cold rolled, so it's super easy to bend. Anybody can do this with a vise and a hammer or a pair of pliers in their garage. So basically you can see where I just formed it nicely to fit, so there's no interference. My hood can come all the way up. It's close, but it does not hit the bracket, so there's no paint rub or anything like that when you raise the hood. And then all you do is simply take out one of the two hood mount bolts on the hinge here, and then just bolt it down to your bracket, and that's it. The only issue you may have with these, the way I've done it, some people have done it in other ways, but I did notice that there was some kind of shaking, vibration of these. So I took a piece of rubber tubing that I had and just mounted it, kind of a hillbilly way of doing this, but it works. Mounted the tube underneath the mount bolt right here to where it just sits on the little plastic housing behind the hood here, and it looks like it moves when I shake it here, but when you're driving, there's really no vibration whatsoever to it, and it works very well. So that's it. Hope you enjoy the video.